Hi, everyone. I'm Dylan Stafford, and with me today is Jatin Kumar, a recent graduate of UCLA Anderson. Jatin works in high tech. He's a senior program manager and leader at a very well-known firm. Earned his degree from UCLA Anderson. He did the Being a Leader in the Effective Exercise of Leadership course a couple months after he graduated.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you, Dylan.
Why did you choose to do the Being a Leader in the Effective Exercise of Leadership course?
First reason, I went back to school after probably 8 to 10 years, improve my leadership along with, getting the business skills, add a little bit nudge to my leadership. And second is I think I was looking, there are so many books out for leadership. Some are asking to follow certain leaders, right? Satya Nadella, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, people name it, right? My mind was very crowded. I was like, hey, do I apply here? Do I apply here? What type of leaders I follow? And I think I was looking for right education for leadership, which I think I got from this one. It's not a framework based, or it's not like, hey, you have to follow certain leaders or this is how leadership look like. It is just you find your own leadership or do your own introspection. Who I am, right? What is my leadership? Discover that. And when I read the details about the coursework and I said, hey, this is right. This is about who I am, and discover that part, not like follow somebody else. That attracted me towards this course. I think 2 to 3 weeks were very technical. I was struggling because the language they used in the course was highly technical language. Having this ontological framework or language can be challenging. But as I continued to push, I could see, okay, here it is. Here it applies. Here I use it to discover myself. I demystified the concept that I have to be like someone else. I don't have to read books on great leaders. Of course, people can do that. There's some learning there, but I don't have to read and follow them. It gave me a framework, right? Says, hey, to discover myself. By the end of this course, I discovered myself, who I am, my journey going to look like. So that is the big outcome of this course. My life is full of struggle. There's a lot of self-talk, I started to do with myself. And some of this self-negative talks, you listening to yourself all the time, right? Early in your life, had some incidents that happened to you, probably out of your control. You are kind of, yourself listening to yourself with that incident that have changed your behavior. I think I was kind of listening to those things, and I was like, I started realizing I'm over listening. Certain things happened in my life, and I discovered that it's a very destructive kind of thinking. It's not the right thinking. Another thing is like not only about myself. Another thing that phenomenal for me was you take your past to the future, and you act about that in present. Past is past, so you set your future and try to act about that today, right? If I want to be like a doctor, so then I see the future as a doctor and then start to act today based on that. Instead of I see that, hey, I'm a business and a tech, create a future based on my past. And that past I created because I was just selflessly to myself. That was my discovery. I started to reduce the self-talking, negative self-talking about myself, about others as well. Created future, being present and act today in for that created future. And the created future has to be good for others as well, right? Who are participating. So it means you have to take them along with you, or you have to see the created future that benefits them. See that I'm not only behaving right to myself, but about others as well. So I think I'm changing that paradigm. My past, I was doing a lot of negative talks about my life, like, hey, no, I think I cannot reach there in my professional life.
Okay.
I cannot become that person, or not person. I cannot become self, in that position. So, you know what? I gave up on some of my dreams. Hey, I'm too late now to go after those dreams. So now that I've created that future, which is like I want to go and want to be at a leadership position, right? And a good position. And there was a lot of talk, negative talk, like, it's so difficult. There's so much politics. I'm probably late. People maybe already like, he's on that becoming the leader path. They are probably start doing in the age of 20s. I'm already 40 years old. I cannot be like that. So there was a lot of talk like that. I have removed those self-inflicted barriers. I have removed them, and I have now created the future, and I am apply those things to achieve my future, the created future.
The promise of the course is that you will be being a leader and exercising leadership effectively as your natural self-expression. That's the one and only goal of the course.
What will differentiate is not how much you know about finance and marketing. What will differentiate you from others is going to be your leadership. That is the factor, and I think that is a factor that differentiates you from any level, right? From the bottom level to the CEO. What I'm using daily is how I act, how I think about myself, how I interact with others, and how I create a future for myself. So that I use every day.